Despite the fact that Russians are prohibited from publishing photos and videos of the Ukrainian drone attack on the oil refinery, they continue to do so anyway. The war is spreading to Russian territory and will affect every resident of the country, Forbes reports. According to official statistics, today in the Russian Federation, they are asking $2.66 for 3.7 liters of gasoline. In fact, it turns out that over the past month, the price of gasoline has increased by 3%. Social media reports say that one of the gas stations in the Sokolsky district of Nizhny Novgorod has been out of gas for a couple of days. City residents are traveling to their own towns to fill up their cars there. The Public Visioner writes that the gasoline crisis has spread to 10 regions of the Russian Federation. ISW claims that Russian media are already openly discussing the issue of gasoline shortages. And at the end of July, the Kremlin banned gasoline exports. These methods still didn't work, and the queues for gasoline only grow longer with each new day. On the black market, 3.7 liters of gasoline costs $9. Even despite such a large sum, there are people in the Russian Federation who are ready to pay for it. Ukraine is disabling a Russian oil refinery using AJ-22 Fox bats converted into UAVs. The aircraft covered a distance of 1,450 kilometers to hit the Ufa oil refinery. The most interesting thing is that the oil refinery was guarded only by a couple of infantry platoons and machine guns. There were no air defense systems, and there will not be any. The air defense system is already depleted by 3 years of war. Moving it to the oil refineries will leave gaping holes elsewhere. Railroads, power plants and other facilities, as well as air bases and military installations, need protection. Meanwhile, Ukrainian manufacturer Firepoint says it produces 100 FP-1 long-range attack drones per day, or 3,000 per month. Many more drone attacks are expected in the future. Moscow and St. Petersburg will be protected for now. As one commentator noted, Putin will force the rest of the country to ride donkeys and carts before he imposes fuel rationing in the capital. For the rest of Russia, the problem is real and getting worse fast.
One person was killed and 13 others, including children, were injured in a Russian strike on Zaporizhia on Tuesday. According to Associated Press, Regional Governor Ivan Fedorov reported that at least 10 strikes were launched on the city overnight, targeting civilian infrastructure. According to the State Emergency Service, a large-scale fire broke out at residential buildings. 78 rescuers and 17 pieces of equipment were deployed in the aftermath, Emergency Service reported.
Немає ніяких ознак.
Ukrainian forces hit a chemical facility deep in Russia's Perm Oblast that produces components for military explosives, demonstrating Kiev's expanding reach into Russian industrial targets. The attack was part of broader Ukrainian operations targeting Russian war-related infrastructure on the 13th to the 14th of September, including one of the largest oil refineries and railroads, said Euromaidan press media outlet. Drones struck the Metafrax chemicals plant in Bucha on the 13th of September, according to Regional Governor Dmitry Manohin, who reported no casualties and said the facility continued normal operations. Russian news channel Astra later identified the specific target: the newly built urea production workshop that opened just last year. The facility represents a significant strategic target due to its dual-use chemical production capabilities. According to defense publication Militani, the plant produces urea, a key component in ammonium nitrate mixtures that can serve as explosive filling for both civilian and military applications, including artillery shells and mines. While Metafrax Chemicals avoids public ties to Russia's defense sector, its parent company, Roshchem, supplies chemical products directly to military industries. Metafrax ranks among Russia's largest methanol producers and landed the 200th spot in Forbes' 2021 ranking of the country's biggest private companies. Local residents posted footage showing building damage and smoke rising from the facility, located approximately 1,600 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, while Ukrainians' intelligence later confirmed their responsibility for the strike. Russia's defense ministry claimed its air defenses shot down 80 drones overnight, though that number couldn't be verified. Intelligence services simultaneously struck railway lines that Ukraine's main intelligence directorate and special operations forces have now openly claimed responsibility for. The rail operations hit Oryol and Leningrad oblasts on the 13th to the 14th of September, an intelligence source told RBC Ukraine. These railway branches are critically important logistics links in supplying occupying forces in the Kharkiv and Sumy directions, the source explained. The goal: create major supply headaches that would substantially affect their ability to carry out active operations. In Oryol Oblast, explosive devices killed 3 Russian National Guard personnel during track inspections. Governor Andrei Klitschkov reported Leningrad Oblast saw a locomotive derail with 15 cisterns attached. Governor Alexander Drozdenko called them empty, but Ukrainian sources claimed they carried fuel. A separate derailment killed a train engineer. Russian investigators suspect sabotage in both cases.